Okay, picture this. In a room you'll never see, a handful of people you'll never meet just made a decision that's going to reach right into your pocket. Yeah, that meeting is going to decide the price of your groceries, how much your rent goes up, and whether or not you can even think about buying a house. This isn't some movie script. This is happening right now.
And then, from on high, they release a statement, a proclamation. The European Central Bank has determined that inflation will be 2%. It's all going to be fine. It sounds so official, so reassuring, doesn't it? It's like they're telling you a bedtime story while quietly taking the money from under your pillow. And look, they have a number. A beautiful, clean, simple number. 2.2%. See? Problem solved. It's basically their target. Everyone can just relax, nothing to see here, folks, move along. Except it's not fine, is it? You go to fill up your car, you look at your heating bill, and you just kind of stare at the price of cheese. And you know that number feels like a complete fantasy. It feels like you're being gaslit by a spreadsheet. They're telling you one thing, but your bank account is screaming something else entirely. So I'm going on a mission. I'm going to decode their latest giant, boring report and find out what's really going on. And I've got a feeling it's going to hurt. If you want to join me and crack the code on how your money is actually being controlled, do me a favor and absolutely demolish that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So for our first challenge, I decided to take them at their word. I mean, if inflation is just a measly 2.2%, then things can't be that much more expensive, right? So I created the €100 inflation gauntlet. I tried to buy the exact same basket of essential groceries that €100 got me last year. Let's just say it ended in tears and not enough pasta. And that brings us to the big question. Is that 2.2% number a lie? Well, no, not technically. It's something much cleverer. It's a magic trick. It's about making you look over here at the nice, small number, while the real action, the real pain, is happening over there. So this is their chart. Look at all the pretty colors. It's designed to look super smart and a little confusing. That 2.2% number is just an average of everything. But you know who loves averages? People with something to hide. See, they throw in the falling price of, big screen TVs, which you buy once every 10 years, and average it with the food you have to buy every single week, and poof, the number looks great. My chart is simpler. It's just a selfie of me having an existential crisis in the olive oil aisle. It tells a much more accurate story.
All right, challenge number 2. The report uses these epic words like resilient and robust to describe the economy. They make it sound like it's a superhero shrugging off laser blasts. So I decided to go looking for this resilient growth. I put its picture on a milk carton. It felt like I was searching for Bigfoot. And here it is. This is their chart of our resilient economy. It's growing at wait for it, a staggering 0.2%. I mean, seriously, look at it. Does that line look resilient to you? If my heart rate looked like that, a doctor would be screaming, clear. They're describing a flat line like it just won the Tour de France. It's insane. And the deeper you dig into their own report, the story completely falls apart. On one page, they say, resilient growth. Then you flip to another page and find out consumer confidence is at -14. People feel terrible about the economy. Car sales are still way down. And businesses? They're not investing. The report calls it subdued. It's like they're telling you they threw the party of the century, but when you look inside, the music's off and everyone's crying in a corner. Okay, this brings us to the final part of the mission. And honestly, this is the part that really matters. This isn't just about tricky words or confusing charts. This is about how the whole game is set up. Their number one weapon against inflation is raising interest rates. They say it's a bitter pill we all have to swallow. But we don't all swallow the same pill. Check this out. This is a clue from their own survey. They asked people, hey, why is inequality getting worse? The richest 20% blamed things like, stock market gains. But the bottom 50%, they overwhelmingly pointed to one thing, savings and borrowing costs. They are literally screaming at the people in charge that their main policy, messing with interest rates, is the very thing that's crushing them. So here's how it works. Let's call it the mortgage gauntlet. When the ECB raises interest rates, it creates two completely different realities. A family with less money is way more likely to have an adjustable rate mortgage, so their payments explode overnight. A wealthier family, they probably locked in a low fixed rate years ago. They barely feel it. Need a loan? The report shows that for lower income folks, getting credit got harder. For the rich, it actually got easier, faster. It's the same policy, but it's a light rain for one and a hurricane for the other. And if you think this is just some conspiracy theory I cooked up, Here you go, the smoking gun, buried on page 96 of their own report. They write, the increase in interest rates is greater for mortgagers in the bottom 50%. It's right there, in black and white. They know this happens. They wrote it down. They published it. This isn't an accident.
And that is the single most important thing you need to understand. The fact that some people get crushed by these policies while others skate by, that's not the system breaking. That is the system. It's not a bug. It's a feature.
So after going through their documents, after running the gauntlet myself, it's pretty clear that the official story is just that, a story. The numbers are massaged, the words are carefully chosen, and the entire system is built with winners and losers baked right in. Which leaves just one final question you have to ask yourself. The economy is a game. Are you playing, or are you being played?